Chocolate, everyone's a winner. It's BBC Hereford and Worcester. And in just a sec, we will talk permanent makeup. It's 16 minutes past 11.
We've prepared with this game in mind to give us a springboard into facing probably the biggest challenge of most people's careers.
Come on, you Warriors. The Warriors take on Leicester Tigers at Six Ways on Friday night. You can hear all the build-up and excitement in a rugby special from 7 with Dave Bradley. The game starts at 7:45 with full commentary on AM, FM, online and DAB. Every match live on BBC Hereford and Worcester, the home of the Warriors.
We were talking about cosmetic surgery on Monday on the show, if you remember, and more of us, when I say more and more of us, not including me, obviously, having makeup done and things like that. There are procedures like boob jobs and nose jobs and makeup permanently tattooed on your face. You can have that done, can't you? That was a big thing in the 80s for your eyeliner and your lip liner to be tattooed. The results were often a little bit dodgy, a bit grotesque, and quite painful as well. Someone to put us straight and bring us up to speed a bit more with the world of permanent makeup now is my next guest. A young businesswoman from Worcester, part of a new revolution in permanent makeup. Melissa Brooks is in the studio with me now. Hello.
Hello.
And no tattoo needles or anything then?
No, well, actually, it is a cosmetic form of a medical tattooing, so it's really, really, really delicate tattooing, and it's fine brush strokes to create really natural eyebrows and eyeliners, so it's very, very, very crisp.
Okay, because it always used to be. Obviously, I'm not hugely experienced in this, being a bloke, but I have seen it, and it always the stuff I've seen always looks a bit scary, I suppose. Is it quite thick, very pronounced eyebrows, really heavy lines around lips and things?
Unfortunately, there is this stigma attached to permanent makeup. I think there's this idea of these big black stamped on eyebrows, in a tattoo parlour that you would go to have this done. It is not like that at all. I mean, it's so natural now. You can have the fairest of blonde colours to your darkest of darks, and it's all to do with mimicking a natural eyebrow and, a natural eyeliner. It's all about looking naturally beautiful and not actually looking fake or, having these stamped on eyebrows that were so popular back in the day.
Mind you, they're sort of fashionable again, aren't they? Very pronounced eyebrows. Is it the scouse brow they call it? Is that right?
Yes, the scouse brow. This is starting to come into fashion, and unfortunately I'm always having to talk people away from this option.
Do they want that, do they?
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is, it's popular at the moment, but in 5-10 years' time, styles change, and that is why natural is the way forward. You need to keep things natural so that in 10 years' time you don't look silly with some huge eyebrows on your face.
Like me. There's some huge... If you want huge eyebrows, look at a picture of me.
If you ever want a treatment,
those are natural, though. I don't need... I'm good for eyebrows. I don't need any more eyebrows. Thanks. So what is this micropigmentation?
Yes, micropigmentation. So it's a really subtle form of medical tattooing and cosmetic tattooing. And it's basically we implant pharmaceutical grade pigments into the skin in tiny little brush strokes, and this is obviously to mimic your own natural hair. So, this can be ladies that have been through cancer, that have got alopecia, so there's a whole medical side.
Of course, it's not just beauty and vanity, is it?
Absolutely. It's not just, I want to look good, I want nice eyebrows and nice lips. There is an entirely medical side, and it's incredible. I have some ladies, sit up who haven't had eyebrows for 20 years, and they cry because they're so happy that they've finally got a part of themselves back again. And it's moments like that make me absolutely love my job, it makes it worthwhile.
What have you brought in? Is this some of the kit here?
Yes, absolutely. So I brought in a few colour swatches, and this is just so you can see now the range of colour choices you have for brows, eyes and lips. It's not just blonde, brown, black. There is, subtle browns, subtle blondes, soft smoky colours for the eyes, lovely pale pinks for the lips. It's not just, as I said, this huge stigma which is stamped on dark brows.
And how new is this? Is this fairly new technology?
It's actually been around for a really long time. People have been practising permanent makeup for years and years and years, but I actually did my specialist training, so I'm actually the youngest elite artist in the country. I trained with Karen Betts of Nouveau Contour, and my business Beautissima has been up and running now for 3 years in Bromsgrove, and it's just getting more and more popular, to be honest. Very, very, very popular.
And I suppose the other question, does it hurt?
It doesn't.
Because it is still tattooing, isn't it?
I would never say that there is absolutely no pain at all, but we do use topical anaesthetics, and this obviously lessens the pain sensation a lot. So most clients liken it to being plucked. They say it's no worse than having your eyebrows plucked. And believe me, I'm a massive wimp. If I can have mine done, anybody can.
You said there that you're the youngest person in the country doing this?
The youngest elite artist in the UK. So there's only about 10 to 12 of us that are trained to elite standard, and I'm obviously one of them, and I'm the youngest in the country, yes.
And this is a bit of a switch in your career. career, isn't it? What did you do before?
I was actually training in investment management, so I was at a firm in Stratford, and I just decided it wasn't really for me. My passion has always been in hair, makeup, beauty, that kind of thing, but I wanted to go down a more kind of permanent cosmetic side of it, and I absolutely love it. I love what I do, and I'm so glad I made the change that I did.
Fantastic. What's the most popular thing that people ask for?
Definitely permanent eyebrows every single time. I mean, I think there's so many instances of people over plucking. Obviously, there were also these occasions where people used to shave off their eyebrows and draw on these tiny little lines.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you this question now because I've never understood it. Why do women spend their whole time ripping out their eyebrows only to put them back on again? Explain that to me, Melissa.
It's beyond me. I really don't know. If I could get to the bottom of that myself, I wish I could.
Is it permanent?
It is. I mean, technically we have to say it is permanent because there will always be a residue of colour in the skin. And that to some people sounds very, very scary, but it's not at all. I mean, the great thing is that once you've done it, you've done it. And you only have to go for top-ups every 12 to 18 months. So most of my clients come back once a year, they just have them gone over, and then they're left with permanent brows, and they look great.
I'm going to have to ask about the other things that you've brought in as well, because
yes.
on the desk in front of me, there's your swatches, there's a couple of other bits and pieces, and there's some plastic boobs. Could you explain those, please?
There are indeed. So this is all of my areola work. So this is for breast cancer patients, people that have had breast uplifts, who've got scarring around the nipple. It's basically just to make the nipples look symmetrical again, and also to give somebody a nipple back that may have lost it, during the reconstruction process. And this can be incredible. Obviously, it's a life-altering thing for some clients. And again, it's what I said before, giving them a part of themselves back again. Something they've lost. It completes them. It's the final part of their treatment, and I'm just really happy to be a part of that.
And do you do a lot of that?
I do, yes, absolutely. More so the eyebrows, but definitely the medical tattooing now is becoming a lot more popular.
Is it expensive, Melissa?
It can be. It depends what price you would put on having permanent eyebrows and perfect eyes, etc., etc. It works out at $395, so that includes the consultation, your procedure, and the top-up. And for that, obviously, you've then got perfect eyebrows for life.
Oh, good. Well, I've got perfect eyebrows anyway. I'm happy with mine. Thanks. As I said, I don't need any more eyebrows.
No problem at all.
But no, I can see why it would be good because, I mean, is it a bit of a chore doing your makeup all the time?
It is. I mean, for some ladies, obviously, they're in high-flying jobs. They need to be up and out the house quickly. You've got working mums. You need to just get up and go, and it's fabulous for people like that. You can just get up in the morning, shower, dry your hair, and your makeup's already on perfectly. A little bit of foundation, and you're out the door.
Yeah, and like you said in the medical stuff, I mean, that's life-changing, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, these women can wake up every day and feel complete again. You can get back to a sense of normality in their lives, which I think is so, so important.
Brilliant. Well, I'm convinced. I mean, I'll be in for a session. There we are. Book me in. Listen, lovely to meet you. Thank you ever so much for coming in. And please take those away. It's very scary plastic boobs in front of me. Remove those. They're very distracting. Nice to meet you. Thank you very much. Have you got a website if you want to find out more?
I do, yes. The website is www.beautissima.com, and there's also a Facebook page as well.
Fabulous. Thank you very much. Good to speak to Melissa Brooks there. All about the permanent makeup and the medical tattooing. 11:25. It's BBC Hereford and Worcester.